Welcome to the video lesson, Development of a Mini Collection of Fabrics. This session is entitled Context for Weaved Fabric Design. Weaving is one of the oldest crafts known to man. Weaving has been described as the art of interlacing one element in and out of another one. Woven structures are formed by interlacing one set of yarns with another set oriented in the opposite direction. Yarns that form the length of the fabric are called the warp, whereas the yarns that cross or interlace the warp to form the pattern are called the weft or filling yarns. The classic weaving loom has the following components. Number 1. Warping, where the warp yarns are wound. Number 2. Heddles, which are metal wires with an eye in the middle of it through which we feed the warp yarn. Harnesses. Number 3. A frame to which a group of heddles are vertically attached in a series. The weave operation is achieved through the raising and lowering of the harnesses. A separate harness is used for each group of warp yarns. 4. Shuttle. Carries the weft threads back and forth across the loom. Reed. 5. Which maintains the warp spacing at the required spacing and bittens each filling yarn of the weft to form the fabric. And finally, number 6. Cloth pin. To collect the newly constructed fabric. Loom operation requires a set of sequential operations as follows. 1. Warp let-off, which is a mechanical or electronic mechanism that controls the rate of flow of warp yarn to be let off the beam with consistent and appropriate tension. Shedding. 2. Which is the action of some warp yarns raised and some yarns lowered to form a shed through which the filling yarn passes. 3. Filling insertion. The filling yarn is inserted by a carrier device such as shuttle or shuttler's technology, such as projectile, air jet, or water jet. As the filling yarn is inserted, the carrier device moves across from one side to the other of the shed. The edges of the fabric selvage are formed. A single movement across the shed is called the peak. Number 4. Pit up, which happens when the filling yarn is pushed into its final position by the reed. Pitting up gives the fabric firm and compact construction. The speed with which a loom operates is quoted in picks per minute and signifies how many times the weft yarn moves across the warp yarn and is beaten up within 1 minute. Fabric take-up. 5. As the fabric is formed, it needs to be removed from the weave area and it's wound onto a cloth beam. The rate at which takes place is one of the elements that control the filling density in picks per centimeter. The other is the weaving machine speed in picks per minute. Woven fabrics may have a single layer or multiple layers, and the weave structure may be plain to complex, depending on the final product requirements. Multi-layer woven fabrics are also known as 3D weaves, as they have several layers of warp and weft yarns woven together. In summary, fabrics can be classified as follows. Weave design plays a key role in the fabric development. A systematic classification can be seen in the displayed slide. Weave designers need to be multi-skilled and 1. Understand the process of woven fabric design and development, from initial idea to finished product. 2. Understand the principles of technical drafting. 3. Fully understand all the parameters involved in technical specifications for production. Fabric analysis. 4. Possess a deep knowledge of the weaving process. 5. Having an extensive comprehension about supply and cost issues. 6. Being experienced in the operation of the software package. In traditional design, the expert formulates the rough concept of fabric requirement and prepares a detailed description of the fabric design. As a first step, the designer chooses the fiber according to its cost, physical properties, and so on, along with all the other technical parameters, namely engineering design parameters, such as fiber and composition, thread count number, thread twist value, and thread twist direction, yarn texture effect, thread density, weave pattern, aerial density, and aesthetic design parameters, particularly yarn color, work color, weft color distribution, weave pattern, and motif. Other important involved concepts are color sequence, which is the warp and weft color arrangements, color repeat, which is the number of a complete color sequence, pattern repeat, which is the least common multiple between the weave repeat and the color repeat. A few examples of color sequences and weave effects are shown in the next slides. Step effect, vertical line effect, on-tooth effect, 4-point star effect, bird's eye effect, and finally the well-known Prince of Wales effect. And that concludes our lesson. I'm hoping that you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for your time and attention.